I want to start all of you off with a story. It really ties into the message of today's video. It starts off with a young, bright gal here in Silicon Valley, mid-20s, super excited to start to get to work. And she meets with an old school broker. This old school broker has supposedly all the answers. He's going to be God's greatest gift to earth for her. And by joining him and aligning herself with him, she is going to reap all the benefits of being aligned with this individual. So he says, don't worry, I've done it many, many times before. I've been in this business for 30, 40 years. I will teach you how to be a successful agent. So this young gal very naively just says, okay, sounds like a great gig. So she signs up and she comes into work the first day expecting to be given all of this awesome information that's going to help her become a better agent. And instead, the broker, owner, manager sits her down and says, okay, all right, Sally, you want to sell real estate. Here is the printer. And here is a sample flyer that was made up for you. You should print out these flyers, print out 500 of them, and go knock on 500 doors today. That is how you're going to be successful. She goes. She takes all that rambunctious energy. She's so excited. She's like, okay, that sounds amazing. 500 homes. She goes and she knocks on 500 homes her first day. Comes back to the office the next day. Broker, owner, manager says, how'd it go out there? Well, it went. It got a lot of people slamming doors in my face, and it wasn't really, it started to get kind of cold after a while, and honestly, my feet kind of hurt today. Awesome. Print 500 out today and go drop 500 more. And this exercise repeats again and again and again for months, until finally one day, this young Sally, who was once full of energy, once so excited to get into real estate, once just bursting at the seams with energy, fails out of the business. What I just described to you here in that short little story is the story of 87% of the agents who get into real estate. They are misguided and tricked into doing things that worked 30 years ago, but don't necessarily work today. And so, there's a lot of issues with the modern day broker, but I would argue that had Sally been given business opportunities at the beginning, number one, let's back up. Had she been given the proper training at the beginning, had she been given the proper guidance and support at the beginning, and then catapulted into her first 30 days with business opportunities that were already lined up for her, she could have taken that energy and deployed it into actual business opportunities that were going to convert today. You see, the biggest issue with brokers today, in my opinion, one of the biggest issues, maybe not the biggest, but one of the singular largest issues with brokers today is they are doing things in reverse, where they should be investing in their agents by way of education and giving them business opportunities. This is their mentality. Hey, you come work for me. You pay me money to sit in my office every single day. You pay me money when you want to print copies, and I'm going to coach you on how to use the copy machine that you have to pay for, and then I'm going to bamboozle you into going out every single day for days and days and days on end and drop flyers with my brand, with my logo on it, which, by the way, costs the owner, broker, manager $0, and it costs them nothing to do all of that, and it costs the agents, the new agent, countless hours spent with little to no return. And by the way, this is not a knock on door knocking. I know many people who are very successful door knockers. However, the point is this, is how backwards is it for a broker to expect their new agent who's just come into the business, take all of their energy, which, by the way, this new agent has not made any money yet, and say, hey, go spend the next 4 to 6 months of your life where we know you will get little to no return in the first 4 to 6 months, and maybe even longer, and spend 20 to 30 to 40 hours a week doing that with little to nothing to show for it at the end. And that is the issue. It's in what other business in the United States of America do we have a reputable institutions bringing people in by the dozens and having those people work for them for free, and then paying them at the end of the day a hefty sum of money for business that they did not even help that agent procure? That is what is backwards with today's industry. And this is why we're seeing a lot of brokers lose new agents, because the new agents, they come in, they have all this energy, they have all of this activation energy, if you will, that they want to put to use, but no one to use it with. And the old school method of going out there and cold calling and door knocking and all that stuff, while they are tried and true, the attention of the consumer has shifted. And if we as agents don't understand that we now have the power, then we will never truly change the way the brokerage is run. Because right now, you're starting to see teams emerge in our marketplace, in my marketplace, in every marketplace, where they say, hey, come join us. We're going to pay you the same amount that you would have made at that other brokerage, except now you're going to get leads, you're going to get better training, you're going to get better administrative support. Which one would you choose? It makes perfect sense. So the biggest issue with the brokers that we see today, the old school brokers, is they come in and make you work for free, make the agent come in and put in countless hours of practically slave labor. Once that agent finds that first deal and they're so excited, of course, good managers, good brokers will still help that agent put that deal together, but the help is not worth 40% because the agent put in all the work to go procure that client. It's not worth 30%, it's not worth 20, it's not worth 10. It's really not worth that much. And so that, maybe it's worth 10. But what I'm saying is this, is that to think that that model can continue for the next even 5 to 10 years is ludicrous. There are too many other change leaders in the space that are providing the same type of opportunity, or that are providing the same type of infrastructure, if not better, meaning they're providing better systems, better training, better administrative support, and then layering on top of that good business opportunities for their agents. That is the name of the game in 2021. And that was not the name of the game in 1985. And that's the difference. That's the difference. And so if you're watching this video, you're a new agent. Listen, at any time a new agent from across the country reaches out to me, You see, I get people reaching out to me from all over the United States through our YouTube channel, through all the social media platforms that we're on. And the biggest question that I get is, how do I get started? And my number one answer to every single one of those agents is join a team. It doesn't matter if your ambition is to one day start your own team. Join a team, plug into their infrastructure, plug into their system, because the team is the broker of 2021. They're what the broker used to be in 1985, the one who had all the opportunities, the one who had all the answers, the one who had the best training, the support, the systems, everything. In 1985, that was the broker. Well, that ship has sailed. I'm sorry, but there's only so many times go out and drop 500 more flyers is going to work. At some point, that model will fail. This is Danny Gould, everyone. Selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.